Hello everyone, Mimikins here. With the announcement of Fatalis into Monster Hunter World, I thought I'd put together a video talking a bit about him, and comparing his different evolutions throughout the games. Many players are new to the series and might be wondering what all the hype is about. Fatalis is a black dragon with a long serpent-like neck and tail. He has an impressive wingspan and his body is covered in black scales with bony spines. His scales are extremely thick with wings as hard as metal. He can fly through the air as well as walk on all fours, charging at surprisingly fast speeds to those who dare approach him. He possesses power over fire on par with other elder dragons such as Lunastra and Teostra. However, Fatalis is a powerful being. All living things fear him, including other elder dragons. Many skilled hunters have sought to challenge him, but none ever return. There have been different evolutions of Fatalis in Monster Hunter, such as the Crimson Fatalis, who is much more red in colour due to generations of exposure to the volcano, and is in near constant rage. As well as a White Fatalis, who evolved to harness the power of the skies and calls forth lightning storms. White Fatalis is meant to be the most challenging of the three. However, in World we will be getting the original Black Dragon. The world render is impressive and I feel they've done the old Fatalis justice. He first appeared in the original Monster Hunter and has appeared in several games in the series. His name has a Latin origin meaning both fatal and destiny. I remember him being pretty rough. He was immune to any type of traps including flash pods. His tail was so long it was hard to avoid. He can breathe out fire as well as launching flaming projectiles which explode. He was so tough in older games that his health would carry over into different hunts, as he would flee away after he had taken a certain amount of damage. These types of hunt in previous Monster Hunter games were known as slay or repel missions, where the monsters were of particularly higher challenge than others in the game. The closest version of these slay or repel missions we have now would be sieges against Kulve or Safi, where it can continue over several hunts. Fatalis is extremely hostile to all living things. It threatens the very existence of the world around it. In legend, it is said Fatalis could scorch the world with its flames in a few days, burning all lands to a crisp. His biome or locale is called Castle Shrade. It's an ancient abandoned castle that lies in ruins. Thousands of years ago, a large disaster destroyed the Shrade Kingdom. It is believed it was destroyed by a chaotic force. In the Hunter Notes of Monster Hunter Freedom, we hear of the legend of the Black Dragon. Hasn't there been a song stuck in your head, a song sung by children across the land? A song sung with soul, sung diligently in the streets and in the alleys. What is that song? The legend of death. Death by a giant wyvern has been revived. It is the legend of the Black Dragon. Everyone should know it as it is based on a famous fairy tale. However, I think the fact that everyone is singing this song is actually a sign. They say children are always the first to foretell the changing of the world. They are said to have a special sense for these kind of things. I have gathered as much information as I could from the corners of the world. I have told those who should be told. However, no one believes me. This is why I've begged for a few pages in Hunting Life explain the legend to all who care to learn. The legend of the Black Dragon is said to exist everywhere, and while there are changes in the lyrics depending on location, the content of the song is the same. So please understand that the lyrics printed below are representative of the song as I know it. The lyrics may be different where you are located. The legend of the Black Dragon. When the world is full of wyverns, the legend is revived. Meat is eaten, bone is crushed, and the blood is sucked up dry. He burns the earth and melts through iron. He boils the rivers and mows down trees. He awakens the winds and lights an inferno. He is called Fatalis, the wyvern of destiny. He is called Fatalis, the wyvern of destruction. Call for help, run for your lives, and don't forget to pray to the skies. He is called Fatalis, the wyvern of destiny. He is called Fatalis, the wyvern of destruction. Fatalis, Fatalis, heaven and earth are yours. Fatalis, Fatalis, heaven and earth are yours. Legend says that his equipment is much more than it appears to be, and they may be possessed by Fatalis himself. Some weapons have a thirst for blood and screams can be heard emanating from them. Wearing his armours is said to induce nightmares, unsettling strength and a feeling like their body was taken over. In World, we can see that they've kept the theme of his weapons from past generations. For example, this updated bow looks amazing. So I think it's fair that we can expect a similar model style from previous games. I'm probably most excited to see what the hunting horn is going to be like. The electric guitar just makes you want to play the hunting horn. Hopefully this one will have attack large on it. The LBG being a parasol is a unique concept with no other LBG in the game quite like it. His weapons from previous games were all dragon element, which was also his weakness. Now would be a good time to farm up all your favourite Elatrian weapons in preparation for this final battle. Capcom were being secretive about his armour, but gave a hint about the hunters adding tons of skills, and as you know, certain skills have caps. Now it could be that wearing his armour would allow you to break the caps on skills, giving you access to all the secret bonus skills like Divine Blessing Secret, Agitator Secret. But if we look at some of the past games, there have been some interesting effects. In Monster Hunter Frontier, the set had a bonus called Dark Finale. When the health reached 0, the hunter will rise up again and become possessed by the Fatalis' evil energies of darkness. The health bar will completely refill and slowly drop to 0 during this time. The hunter won't be phased by attacks such as roars or knockbacks, and it would activate a whole range of skills buffing the hunter's combat abilities, although you could still take damage from a monster. If we look back at previous Monster Hunter World content, in particular the RE Return of the Bioweapon crossover event from Resident Evil 2, there was a zombie status where you were unable to heal unless you sheathed your weapon and weren't phased by attacks, took less damage and were immune to environmental damage. This state essentially gave you access to many skills that would otherwise been hard to fit in a build. Could this already be in the game waiting to be fully utilised in a set bonus with some adjustments? Capcom have gone back to reuse other underutilised assets, such as the Celiana supply cache. I think this would be more interesting than simply having access to all the secret skills. We'll have to wait and see. Capcom love to keep the suspense and its fanbase guessing. Thanks for watching, please support the channel by liking and subscribing, and I'll see you next time.